that I think is always the problem with technology, is that by deciding to do what we do, you have to embrace the fact that you do need to adapt. You can't just say, well, all right, I'm going to learn 3D. What, we're not using Indigo anymore? We're now moved on to
We're
desktop
not building
PCs
models anymore. We're not shooting in a
exactly.
motion control anymore. And I've done
What, I'm
that.
not using NURBS for modeling.
Yeah.
The whole point is for people to innovate and look at what's coming down the pipe. And for me, I think that there are those people who get very comfortable being like, the one trick pony, in the sense that this is what I know, and it's scary. Everyone's scared of change, but at the same time, it's a chance for you to really look at what are the upcoming trends and be, the ones to jump on those before anyone else. And if anything, look at ways that can make your life easier, not be scared of how it's going to, disrupt the way that you've been doing things in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, and I don't have a crystal ball, that that this will be an industry standard, coming up very shortly. The pure economics of it from a visual effects standpoint and the creative possibilities combined make it something that people will very seriously be looking at over the next years.
Yeah.
Like every single facility that I've talked to, people at the facility is like, oh yeah, we're starting up a real-time department. Like there's nobody saying like, no, this is not happening, we're not doing anything in this area. Like everybody's doing it. Everybody's got an LED wall test. Everybody's got, says they're offering virtual art department. We've always had the benefit of, again, one of the benefits of working in the broadcast and streaming space is we run through projects a lot more quickly. So we've already had an opportunity. We've already broadcast Final Pixel. We did several Final Pixel composited scenes for Superman and Lois, which was the new Berlanti Superman show last year. And we're continuing to do that and gaining a really solid reputation as being able to deliver Final Pixel. And also we know that there are certain, I'm not going to try to render volumetric interactive clouds in Unreal just yet. I'm not going to try to do water sims in Unreal just yet. There are a lot of other things, but the digital double technology in Unreal is quickly gaining, a quality. And I think when 5 comes out, people are going to start, it's going to accelerate even more. And then, I've been working this long enough, like 5 isn't the end. Like my question is, what does 7 look like? If 5 is going to look like this, what does 7 look like? And when's 7 coming out? 5 years, 6 years? I don't know anything about, I'm just talking, out of the clouds here. I don't know anything about Unreal's path or their numbering, but what I'm saying is just look at video games when, if you're Zoll Diamond, the first PlayStation came out, you're like, wow, you couldn't even imagine what PlayStation, 3 and 4 and 5 were going to be like.
That's actually what I was going to bring up. Method, the first time I'd ever heard of Method back in 2001 was they did a PlayStation 2 commercial, and it was for PlayStation 5. And I thought it was really genius in the sense that it was essentially saying, this is what's down the line, here's our roadmap, but right now check out PlayStation 2. And it's just a great way of kind of just like with the iPhone or some like virtual reality. The first time I ever put on some goggles, I instantly was excited about what's going to happen 3 years, 5 years from now, not just what I'm going through at the moment. So it's more about what is possible down the line.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to that too. Like, I don't know what this, what we call it, the metaverse, the spatialization of the internet. That's
the big buzzwords.
Yeah, that's those things could have a dramatic effect on what visual effects will be called to do in the future. There's not really a lot of room for the traditional visual effects film linear pipeline in that space. Like it doesn't work for our AR clients, for example. Like that's all going to be Unreal. We just helped a company called Famous Frames with the Carolina Panthers AR project that got some nice buzz with the Panther jumping around in the stadium and grabbed a flag, and it was a very cool thing. Their mascot was interacting with the environment in a real-time tracking way, and we helped them with asset development, some lighting stuff and animation, and that was a deliverable for us. And they did all the conceptualizing, and they did all the it was their baby, and we were able to deliver material to them in a creative relationship that in some ways was very close to what we do with our broadcast clients, but also very different, and no other way to deliver it, deliver that experience, that narrative experience, than with this at this time Unreal Engine or real time. And I also have to say, one of the things that's also transformational. And I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful for everything that we've gotten from our linear vendors, or because they've been amazing to us. They allowed us to have Zoic Studios. You know, it was miles different when we started it was miles different when we started Zoic than when I first started in the industry with, like, you know, $100,000-$200,000 you know, SGI workstations and $75,000 power animator licenses with $35,000 add-ons for IK rigs, you know, stuff like that. Like, that was not achievable. We couldn't have built Zoic in that environment. It was a PC revolution, and the foresight of these companies to get their prices in line, and the hardware companies to give us the hardware that we needed to make Zoic Studios. I will be eternally grateful for that. I don't want to say that's bad, because they continue to be great partners for us. But the level of interaction that we get from Epic, and the support and the interaction that we get on the software and development side is unparalleled. Like, it is miles different than any other software company I've dealt with in the time that I've been doing this.